All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our 5-year anniversary show here at XKO as we get ready for our 5th bout of the evening. First guy walking in this evening, coming in, a young man that I know quite well, used to be a training partner with him, and that's a young man by the name of Steve HESS. And Steve is a terrific young guy. I tell you, by trade, he is a nutritionist,
yes,
personal trainer.
Right.
And he looks like it. Gave him a little bit of grief, obviously, about his hairstyle this evening, but that's just something I like, Steve. But Steve is training out of Guy Metzger's gym.
Okay.
Of course, from Guy Metzger, we're talking 3-time King of Pancrase, former Pride fighter, former UFC fighter, one of the greats. So Steve has been picking up a lot on the striking and working on his skills there to go with that really solid Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu game that he has worked so many years on. So both these guys are going to be coming in tonight, 185 pounders, and I tell you, 185 pounders. I mean, this is where it gets real.
Yeah, I mean, because you're talking about these guys usually walk around at maybe 205, maybe 200.
Yes.
They're cutting weight. I mean, that's a lot of weight to cut. Now, if they're walking around at 185, you have to think the strength's going to be there, the conditioning is going to be there, and you think 185. What other sport do the athletes walk around at 185 and they're able to move quick and have power? Football.
You do it football, but I mean, listen, these guys aren't wearing pads.
No, they're not.
And I tell you, HESS is a guy like Steve HESS.
He's a phenom.
He's super solid, super strong. I tell you, what's really going to be interesting is you're going to have two guys tonight with grappling backgrounds.
Yes.
That both don't necessarily like each other and are just going to be going to knock each other out.
And making his way to the cage is somebody that has not been here for 3 years. Somebody that was the most powerful, most feared fighter, Jay Too Pretty Holmes, is making his way back. It's been 3 years since we've seen this man come back into the cage. He's coming out of Muller's MMA. So amazing to finally see him come back again. He's changed fight camps, he's changed teams, and it's just phenomenal that he's back here. Yep. They said his ground game has changed, he's matured as a fighter. Said that before, the J.J. Holmes we knew before, he would just use power and strength to intimidate and win the victory. Now, he's using finesse and a whole lot of striking and a whole lot of mental.
That's right, and listen, and we hadn't seen J.J. since he
lost to Josh Foster.
Well, he lost to Josh Foster in one of the most devastating triangle chokes I've ever seen.
Right. Well, here he is talking about J.J. Too Pretty Holmes. He just earned his black belt at Muller's. The same week that he won that, so did Steve HESS. And we're going to turn it to our ring announcer, Travis Baxter.
Ladies and division is sponsored by Corona. Your franchise contest is registered. Now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the fighters, fighting on the blue corner, he's training Jiu-Jitsu. He holds a professional fight record of 2 wins and 3 losses. He's seen 6'2", weighing at 185 pounds, representing Guy Metzger Combat Sports from Dallas, Texas. And has a professional fight record of 2 wins and 3 losses. He stands 5'11" at 185 pounds, representing Muller's MMA from Dallas, Texas. J.J.
One of the greats, still the greats,
Absolutely.
Here at XKO.
That's right, coming out of retirement.
Yeah, again. He retires more than what Whitney Houston retired pantyhose.
That's right. Well, here we go. Starting out, J.J. Holmes fighting southpaw, Hess orthodox stance. Hess in the purple shorts, Holmes in the red tights.
And the thing that you're going to notice about J.J. Holmes by talking to his strength coach is that he's going to be more of a patient fighter than strength and power and going in for an early knockout.
Well, I tell you what, here's what's going to be the separator right here. Which guy has gotten better at striking, Antonio? That is going to be the big thing. You got two guys, both 2 and 3 as professionals. Big leg kicks by Holmes. Like to see Hess use those hands as soon as those kicks can get thrown to counteract those kicks by Holmes.
And the thing one thing that you're gonna know is I spoke to Seth Cope, who is the strength and conditioning coach for J.J. Holmes.
And Holmes landing a couple shots.
Whoa!
Hess with a big right to
Steve Hess.
Steve looks like Steve may have a little mouse under the left eye, slightly cut. Nothing bad. Holmes coming down the pipe with that southpaw. Oh, and boy, I tell you what, Holmes got staggered there a little bit. He's still staggered. Hess should be jumping all over this right now. And there it is again. Steve Hess throwing some really solid leather. He's forcing JJ to throw really hard bombs.
And the thing is, if you see J.J. Holmes battling to restrain himself and hold back and not be the typical J.J. Holmes and go after the fight.
Well, I tell you what,
he's sitting back.
It looked to me like he was a little dazed there, and you know, you're going to hold back when you're dazed. I'll tell you what impresses me, both these guys 3 years ago would have taken this straight to the ground.
Right, and that's one thing I wanted to talk about. Neither fighter has gone for a takedown yet.
That's right. And J.J. Holmes has thrown some really solid inside leg kicks, following up well with the hands, but Steve Hess's hands look really good.
There's the takedown, there's the power.
And let's see if Steve Hess, look at that, great use of the cage, big body shots by Hess. Whoa, just missing with the knee is J.J. Holmes. Steve Hess doing a wonderful job of using that cage to keep from being taken down. Steve Hess feeling very confident with his hands and looking good.
You know, I'll tell you what.
It just popped, busted Holmes in the nose. He's got blood. Little inside leg kick by Hess.
You know, with both these fighters taking off 2 to 3 years, they've come back more mature, fresher. Neither one has lost a step at all.
That's right. I tell you, in fact, they both look so much better.
You know, I'll tell you right now, time has been on their side, that's for sure.
No doubt about it. J.J. Holmes definitely used that inside leg hook very well. And I tell you, Steve Hess would do well to counter that by nice body kick. Steve Hess would do well to counter that by keeping those fists going. You know, both guys bleeding. You got to like that, man. Both guys have landed.
Exactly. You know, if this is your comeback fight, it's looking damn good so far.
It is. Both guys looking tremendous. Boy, I wouldn't want to be a judge in this first round, I can tell you that.
Man, Steve looks so focused. I mean, he knows exactly where he wants to put those punches.
Boy, I tell you, he does. If I'm a judge, right now I'm giving it to Hess only because I think he hurt JJ a little bit with that shot. And Steve Hess is doing a real good job. Both guys are doing a real good job. I mean, this is a close fight.
You know, with a lot of leg kicks now, if JJ catches that kick, it's going to be like Steve No all over again.
Wow, big left by Steve Hess to Holmes. Steve Hess doing a really good job of timing those strikes. Both guys showing wear from being punched. Another big inside leg kick by JJ. Steve Hess looking to set that big right up down the pipe. Holmes answers first. There, Steve Hess, some dirty boxing, big uppercut.
You know, the thing is, look at the reach of Steve Hess.
Yeah.
And then you look at the reach of J.J. Holmes. J.J. Holmes has to step in a little bit more just to connect.
Yeah.
But by the time he does, nicely.
Yeah, but I tell you, even better.
You got to follow it up.
It was nicely blocked by Steve Hess, though.
Yeah. Whoa.
And JJ's throwing some big punches. Steve's doing a good job to stay out of the way of that.
Yep.
Well, nice stuff. He used a wall block.
Well,
wow,
get back
there. Boy, I tell you what, Steve Hess planted himself on the ground with a wall block and did not get taken down. And right now he's just teeing off on J.J. Holmes. Steve Hess really looking solid.
He does. He really does. He looks crisp.
Oh, he does look crisp. Both these guys look crisp. And he's using that uppercut very well. Steve Hess using that right uppercut off the backhand to get in between the guard of J.J. Holmes.
Now this is going to be 3 5-minute rounds.
Well, and I tell you, two elite athletes like this need to be going 5-minute rounds. Steve Hess would do well to use that right hook to come over the guard of J.J. Holmes. Boy,
What a great first round.
Boy, great first round. Both guys staring it down.
Yeah.
Jeremiah, what's your thoughts on the first round? Who do you think took the first round? All right, so
there you go.
Guy that's Jeremiah. You got about 80 fights, pro fights? Right at 80 pro fights. I mean, this man is.
But here's the thing, though. You talk about a fighter that's had 80 pro fights. Typically, they're either in a hospital.
Yes.
Or they're punch drunk.
That's right.
He's right here, coherent, knows what's going on, talking to us about the fights.
And you know
no
what?
damage.
Boy,
at all.
Let me tell you something about Jeremiah O'Neal. This guy right here, you shake the man's hands, you know one thing. This man works on a ranch full time. He is a true Texan.
Yeah.
The boots. I mean, I've seen him at rodeos and stuff. This is a real Texas.
He should be fighting Alan Nelson tonight.
I tell you,
that would be a hell of a good fight.
I tell you, it'd be a real good fight.
Would it though?
Well, I don't know. Maybe they'll make that fight for the next one. All right, so we're getting ready for the second round.
All right, so one last thing. One last thing here. If you're in JJ or Steve's corner, what are you saying going into this next round?
There you go.
You heard it here.
I don't disagree. I think if you set the takedowns up with some of that striking, one guy get the other guy going back. But so far, Steve Hess has shut down the 2 takedown attempts by J.J. Holmes.
Yep.
Wonderful takedown defense. And that second one was just a wall block, and it was beautiful. All right, both guys cleaned up. Here we go, round 2, touch of the gloves.
You know, we want to give credit right now to JJ's corner to Seth Spradling, his strength coach. And you're going to see his conditioning come through due to that man right there.
Right, and I tell you, both guys look so well conditioned. Neither one of them sucking wind. Both of them look good. Big left foot by J.J. Holmes, trying to get that liver area of Steve Hess. Steve Hess continues to work that 3-strike combo very well.
Right down the pipe, 2 times by J.J. Holmes.
Steve Hess's corner saying, let your hands go, let your hands go. They're wanting to see more action. There you go. Throwing a little more action. Steve Hess definitely the aggressor.
You know, it's so wild. Oh, and there's the takedown that we were talking about.
Listen, third takedown attempt, third one stuffed by Steve Hess. Looking really tremendous on his takedown defense. Big shots by Hess, my goodness. Boy, this young man's striking game has come a long way.
This looks more like a boxing match, not expected from 2 black belts.
No,
you know what I mean?
I got to tell you, it's great. And them coming in here after 3 years, you knew that they were going to really have been focused on their striking.
Right.
And it shows. You got 2 terrific Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belts that are beating the garbage out of each other.
Well, they both said they wanted to elevate their game, and they actually had to change it completely to go after the 3-year layoff.
Yeah, well, I tell you what they've become is truly well-rounded mixed martial arts. Two big left hands by J.J. Holmes unanswered, then a big right by J.J. Holmes. Steve Hess doing a good job shrugging it off and then coming back and answering with his own, and a big right by Steve Hess.
You know, Steve Hess just had two punches.
Oh, wow, another big right by Steve Hess.
You talk about the chin of both of these fighters. It's there.
Yeah, and I mean, these guys are teeing off, man. What a slobber knocker.
I think both of them are just surprised that neither one of them has gone down.
No, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Steve Hess is like, I'm
giving you everything I have and you're not going down. And
yeah, well, Steve Hess is also like, you're giving me everything you have, including your takedown attempts. I'm not going down. And JJ's striking is really impressive. Both of them.
Look at that. Straight down the pipe, still standing, not phased.
That's right.
Same with JJ.
Boy, I tell you, JJ's throwing that right off when he switches stances. He throws that right so powerfully. And even when Hess is blocking it, it's definitely getting through.
I know we're only in round 2, and maybe this is too early to say that, but I definitely get this vote of the fight of the night.
Well, thus far, for sure. I mean, both these guys. I mean, this is what you want to see. I mean, this is a war. And I mean, this is where, boy, Steve Hess showing a great chin.
Great jab. He's backing up and still getting a jab.
And that is wonderful boxing technique. Continue to throw the jab even when you're backing up. And Steve Hess is making J.J. Holmes work.
Oh, he is.
And J.J. Holmes is making Steve Hess work.
You know, I'll tell you, man, Steve Hess has got some great counter punches I'm noticing right now.
Oh, I tell you, he really does. Working with Metzger and Metzger's crew has really played dividends. Boy, that's a big uppercut right there. J.J. Holmes loading up.
JJ getting a little bit tired, getting a little bit sloppy with those punches, but he's still in the fight game.
I tell you, Hess would do well. I mean, if he's got kicks in him, If he could throw those hands and then a straight kick to the midsection or even to the face, that'd switch things up a little bit. Boy, but Steve Hess is throwing some super combos.
You know, I think, you mentioned about Steve Hess trying to throw some
look at that. Oh, he's hurt him. He's hurt him bad.
Oh.
Steve Hess is finishing this fight right now. Look at the hands. Look at the speed. Steve Hess letting it go. It's all over.
That's it.
Steve Hess.
That's it.
Oh,
That's
over.
it.
Steve Hess.
That's it.
Wow. What a finish. Thanks, Jeremiah O'Neal. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Jeremiah.
Steve Hess with that big finish. Did you see the hand speed?
Yes.
He knew he had him hurt. And I tell you, Steve Hess's hand speed, absolutely sick.
You got to, definitely credit to Steve Hess. He took his time. This was his fight game. He wanted to pick J.J. Holmes apart. He did that. That was his mission. He was successful. Give credit to J.J. Holmes for staying in there, changing his fight game from the old J.J. Holmes we saw before. I love the refreshed versions of J.J. Holmes.
I do.
I can't wait to see more of them.
I tell you what, J.J. Holmes wasn't just a grappler tonight. J.J. Holmes showed such phenomenal striking ability, both with his hands and his feet. And, man, what a fight.
Easily fight of the night. And Scott Groff is going to step into the cage and interview both of these warriors this evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, you will match 3 rounds and 50 seconds in round 2 by TKO, Steve Hess.
Take your damn mouthpiece out, son. Steve, I've known you a long time. We've trained together, we've laughed together. I always gave you a hard time about your striking. 3 years later, you come in here tonight, you stuffed 3 takedowns from a phenomenal wrestler. Your hands were amazing. And Antonio, blown away by your hands. Blown away by J.J. Holmes' ability, how he is, in 3 years, his striking is phenomenal. You guys put on fight of the night so far. I mean, that's a hell of a fight. Now, I've always given you a hard time because you're just too pretty. And I want to thank JJ later for what he did to your face tonight, because now I'm a little prettier. Man, I tell you what, you've changed your game so much. How did you change your game? What did you do to get here?
Still training jiu-jitsu, but I got world-class coaches in my corner, and this made the difference. It's working on my weakness. Like I said, I don't even improve it. I'm starting to hell a lot better. I'm so comfortable striking. So.
Well, listen, you're one of the things I was impressed with when you had him hurt. Your hand speed was phenomenal. I mean, you've always had really good hands as far as your speed and things, but you put it together. Like I said, you get with a guy like obviously Guy Metzger. 3-time King of Pancrase, UFC Pride. You are a complete mixed martial artist right now, my friend. What's next for you?
Just staying active, man. In the last 2-3 years, I had trouble managing finding fights. So I'm hooked up with Mike Hale now, so he's keeping me active. And I want to thank Mike Hale and my corner, all these guys, Kenny McClure, Jason, Alex Andrade. Training partners, Flo Domingo, Ibrima, all the guys that Guy Metzger's man helped. I mean, helped a lot. Filling the holes in my game. That's all I've been working on these last 3 or 4 years is filling those holes.
Well, listen, you definitely fill the holes. You've been a friend of mine for a long time. I'm real happy for you. It's great to see what you're doing, and keep it up, because you might have been a tough time getting some fights. You ain't going to have a hard time finding fights after this. The only reason people be scared of those hands, my friend. Folks, one more time for your winner, Steve Hess.